The hottest part about this whole build.
Like Flint.
Good. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in the land of spaghetti and horsepower, otherwise known as Ferrari. And this morning I am charging the AC. I'm pulling a vacuum test right now to make sure there's no leak. Doing a little bit more looming and cleaning up. As you can see, I loomed my main wire and I am cleaning up my harness as I go. And we are going to start and hopefully finish the brake lines today, because tomorrow the truck is going to our super secret scenic location to get its fabulous pictures done. And then Thursday, I think it's off to Barrett Jackson. But like I said, the whole interior is in. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I can open the door on this lift. It's risky. We're going to do this sill plate today. Do our Alcantara side panels, but let's see. All right, it straightened it out. Good. So those are good. And then I have my trim plate for the radio. We're going to get on there as well. And then full detail, polish, the whole 9 yards. Shifter handle, I'm actually going to probably put that on right now while I'm waiting for the AC machine to do its test. And then I can inject all my refrigerant oil, my dye, all that good stuff, verify the AC works, which I know it's gonna because I wired it, and get to, like I said, brake lines. My second favorite thing to do behind wiring a complete truck in 4 days. So away we go. All right, AC charge went great. It's blowing ice cold right now. While I was waiting for the AC to kick on, I also got our billet shifter handle in. Now I guess it's time to get on these brake lines. As you can tell, I'm really thrilled about that part. All right, I'll show you my basic concept and layout. So these have a provision for a clip on the outside, clip on the inside. So we're gonna he's getting them right now, the clip for the outside. This is going to go through the frame, and that clip's going to be on the outside. Then the other clip is on the other side inside the frame, and that's going to hold that in there. That's how both rears are going to be run. And in a second, when I put it up, I'll show you how the lines are going to go. The fronts, what we did here was take a factory two-wheel drive mount, flatten the tab out, because usually these are rotated down this way, so this angle is actually going this way, and rotate them up this way with this custom line. And same thing, we're going to clip that into there, and then we're going to tie this, secure it up to the upper control arm like that, and that will give us plenty of line. We've already gone lock to lock to make sure that it's going to clear or have plenty of stretch and everything in it, or plenty of slack, I mean, so it doesn't stretch. And then we'll be doing our lines from up on the proportionate valve down to everything. So right there is where it's coming through the frame. What we're going to put in here is this, just a inverted flare T. We're going to run a short piece of hose or line off of there to here, and we're going to tee it right here, and then off that side run over to there, and obviously this front is going to go towards the front of the vehicle, and that's going to be the extent of the rear brake lines. All right, so there's that line from there to there. It's not tightened yet because I'm waiting for my E-clips to get here to lock that in, and this will be sitting above, like right here. So now I gotta see how much line I got left and see if I have enough to run to the front. Otherwise, I'm going to start one of the front ones and wait, because we have a whole nother roll coming for making lines. And yes, I would much rather be making this out of stainless steel tubing, but we are out of it, and there is nothing wrong with this soft bend copper shield stuff. You know, it's just not pretty like stainless. All right, so we are run across and we are run forward, So right now I am up here. We made a joint in the middle because it's going to be a pain in the butt to run that all the way up there, and then we're going to bring one down and meet this one. All right, guys, brake lines are all done. So why's the center section out of the car, truck, what have you? Let me tell you about a little story. So we put this on the ground, we put it in gear, we hear like a whistling type rubbing noise, not a grind, and I look underneath. The drive shaft is spinning as if we're driving, rear wheels are not moving. Mind you, I've had this on the lift and put it through the gears already, but loaded with the weight of the truck on it, this is what would happen. So we start checking everything out, John and I, and we get it all pulled apart, and what we end up finding is, I don't have my light over here, crap. There it is. So, if you look inside of this Detroit locker, you'll see two separate sprockets with axle splines on them. This was a pre-built from a company rear end, complete with, they made the axle length, made the housing width, everything. I'm not going to say who. The axle on the driver's side is too short. We're only engaging the first collar. So this thing, when the weight of the truck is on it, and it's trying to turn everything, and people are saying hi to my dogs, we're in an unlocked rear end, and it's just internally spinning in the differential itself, in the locker. So Boss Man is on his way back with some axles and various other parts, including a whole nother third member, and we're going to see what we can make work. Super fun stuff. I'm supposed to be taking pictures of this truck right now, and it's getting on a truck to go to Barrett Jackson tomorrow. Okay. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. We're not even going to talk about that axle. There's one coming for tomorrow. This is literally going to be last minute to get this on the truck, but the engine bay is fully done, fully cleaned up, ready to be detailed. I did some touch up on a couple scratches up on here. I painted the tops of those, the relay brackets, to kind of blend those in a little bit, and cleaned up the wiring down there so you don't see it from outside the grill. I made my little bracket to hold the cold air kit and have that all permanently mounted. And we moved on to the interior, which is now also finished besides cleaning. The only other thing I got to do in the interior is just put the rest of my perimeter nuts on the IPC. But the Alcantara panels are in there. All the wiring underneath has been cleaned up. The Alcantara panels on that side. Door panels were all done. Everything, seats fully bolted in. And then we got fun stuff like this. Same thing I did on McDreamy. That's why I kind of love these radios, because we can do this. And it's a very thin radio too, because it's no CD player. And I go to OK. You gotta press it, and we can put the truck as the background once again. Love it. Looks great. Time for a bath. Well, you know what that means. Alignment's done, and I got it dead nuts. Let me take the heads off of this thing, and then I just got to straighten out the steering wheel, and then we're almost ready to go. All right, so this is actually with the wheels straight ahead. This is my steering wheel angle. Now, this steering column, most steering columns have a keyway, so you can only put the steering wheel on one way. This is not. This is just your regular, I think it's 3/4 by 36 spline GM style. So you can put this on in any clock you want. But since this just so happens to have lined the bolts up where I need them, all I've got to do is unbolt the horn hub, rotate the steering wheel so that this part is up here and will be straight. And voila. So now we're just waiting for Alex to finish cleaning the rocker panels on the truck, because she couldn't reach them, because even though she's 2 feet tall, she wanted it up in the air just to make it easier. And then we're good to go. Oh man, guys, she's on her own power, her own suspension, her own friggin' everything. Just doing a couple of rounds around the dealership just to make sure everything's good, make sure there's no big problems or anything. Gets up and goes. Well, here you go, guys. The moment you've been waiting for. No, not a test drive, because I had just enough time to do one of those, and there wasn't enough time to set the GoPro up in it, because the truck is right over there to take this thing to Barrett Jackson, Scottsdale. We'll give you a quick walk around, let you see a couple of the cool things that we did here. Another vehicle that kicked my butt. We basically took this truck from this and turned it into this in a matter of 2 months. It was not fun. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we got it done, and I'm ready for a vacation now, because that's a really stupid timeline, but we did it. It's what we had to do to get it to this show, because we were dead set on this show. So you've got your Dakota Digitals in here. Beautiful set of gauges. Really super nice. I really like these in the F100s. We've got our Pioneer radio with the truck on it. We've got our vintage air AC. I've got my handy dandy OBD2 mount that goes to my BIM module to give me all my signals for my cluster. We've got this super nice TMI dash. I believe it's their roof and their visors and their door panels. And we have this Snowden seat. He makes some really awesome benches. We used one like, actually I think it was this exact one, different color scheme. The 69 F100 was orange, so the plaid was actually orange integrated into it. Really nice. And we got my whole speaker system. This thing bumps very nicely for a very simple, easy speaker setup. Noah kicked ass on the paint once again. It's beautiful. Hopefully it gets as much attention as the other one did that he painted as well. He also did all the bed liner, and this is all bed lined underneath the truck as well. But she's pretty. We'll give you one last look at the engine. These 3030 Motorsport or Autosport wheels are kick-ass, 3-piece. And we got, of course, the Coyote. Very happy with the way this engine bay came out. These Willward brakes grab awesomely. This little no-name cold air kit I got online worked perfect for this thing. Got our little mount on the side here, so it's solid. Got just enough flex within the couplers for motor flex. But yeah, that's about it. She is on her way now. Gonna go to Barrett Jackson, Scottsdale. I will update a short or on my community page the lot number and the approximate time it's going to go up, as well as all the Ferraris that we're bringing from the dealership. If you guys are interested in some of those, a couple of those are $1 million cars. There's got a SF90 that's about an $850,000 car, so curious to see how that goes. But yeah, thanks for following along once again. Again, I apologize that there has not been a ton of long form content on this one, but like I said, that 2-month time frame to build this thing, the last 2 weeks I've been doing 12-hour days straight. It takes a lot out of you. It's nice when they look like this, but it takes a lot out of you. Had to check if my mic's on. All right, guys, we're driving around the truck. And I'm getting texts. Right there. Oh, that's the SF90 above us. Beautiful gray carbon fiber package car. That's the silver Roma in front of us. The hottest part about this whole build.
Like Flint.
Good.
Look at that way a little bit when you come forward.
Alrighty. She is
Now,
off.
best way to get out of there,
Yeah.
keep gloves on,
Climb my way out.
come out that window and grab on top of that top rack.
Okay.
And then come out and get yourself in the bed.
Do you want me to roll up this other window or leave it open?
Now leave it open.
Okay.